To Sal Pal Friday. He'll be back again next week. He said he likes the Eagles to cover. It's a weird one, though. Opened at 3-7 across the board now. Why'd that happen? Let's bring Chad Millman in from the Action Network, who joins us every Friday to take a look at the lines. He's at Chad Millman. Having a conversation about Chad Millman with a mutual friend. Well, I don't know if he's a friend of Chad's or not, but he said he knew Chad. But we were talking about Chad Millman earlier this week. What's happening, man?
Oh, I'm just hanging out, but I think I might agree with Sal Pal that I don't like the Eagles.
Yeah, 3 it opens. It's up to 7. All the money going to San Francisco. I mean, where does it stop?
We'll know that on Sunday morning. Lately, the money flowing in on Sunday mornings from all the sports books that are moving numbers everywhere is astonishing. And the activity is so much bigger than what would have happened if this was just a Nevada market, right? And so my sense is that when we get to Sunday, if I had to predict, I'd say with Jersey being sort of the mover that it is, and South Jersey being, so Eagle-centric, but also Eagle fans being so preternaturally negative, I'd say the number goes up. And
double digits up?
Eagles,
double digits?
I don't think so. Because there are still plenty of wise guys out there who, the second it goes even a little bit higher, they'll take it. If it goes to 7.5, every wise guy's going to take on the 7 or take that because you'll get the key number of 7. But I like the Eagles in this spot. Kyle Shanahan has proven he's obviously a brilliant coach, but he's done it against 2 dreadful teams. Well, the Eagles certainly can classify as dreadful. They are not the Jets. Carson Wentz is not Daniel Jones yet. They're not. He's not Sam Darnold yet. They are not the Giants. They have more talent than the Giants do. So I look for this one to me has gotten out of hand.
Another game that has moved a lot is this Rams-Giants game. It opened up at 9, and now it's 13. What are your thoughts on that?
This one's a little bit trickier. 13 is such a massive number. We had a couple of big numbers this weekend. And it used to be like, I see a 13 on the board, and that's like, that is like Michigan being a 35-point favorite over Rutgers, right? It's just a massive, massive number. But it's getting harder and harder to not bet on the big favorites in these games, especially if the game is at home. So the Rams are clearly a much, much better team than the Giants, who are just a mess, right? The Giants have the Niners at home. The Niners literally have second and third stringers at every single skill position that matters. And they, while playing without Saquon Barkley, could not really move the ball, could not stop the run. The Rams are an excellent rushing team. That is primary to them, no matter what their sort of high-powered offense reputation is. So I do not like the Giants in this spot at all.
All right, Chad Millman, the Action Network. I got to get your take on this because it started as a pick'em. Bears are +3 now. I mean, I thought when you insert Nick Foles, the whole world goes your way. What's going on that the Bears +3?
Brother, I don't know what's happening here other than to say I'm going on the Bears.
Right?
This just seems insane to me. Well, as good as the Colts defense is, it's got sort of the fancy yardage stats that everyone likes to see. But Phillip Rivers, he's not Phillip Rivers of 10, 12 years ago. He's a very old Phillip Rivers who has shown his age in really bad spots. He showed his age against the Jaguars, right? And so when you beat up on a team like they did the past couple of weeks, you don't get credit for all of a sudden being 3 points better than a team that is also 3-0. And even if it's a fraudulent 3-0, on the defensive side of the ball, they still have playmakers at every single level of the defense. And while if you're not a believer in Nick Foles, if you think Tariq Cohen being out is too detrimental, I'm still going to buy the Bears at +3 as home dogs because of their defense.
The Browns are +4 against Dallas. Can I really trust them and put money down on Cleveland?
Wow.
You can. You can do it. Yes, you can. Because I'm going to do it. But look, the board is always littered with these really terrible games that you sort of have to hold your nose and be confident in sort of what history tells you. And in a situation like this, I think you're getting the best of the number. In a situation like the Dolphins and the Seahawks, I feel like you're getting the best of the number. Like, you go with the home dog, and the Browns obviously not a home dog kid, but I do feel like if we can transition to Dolphins Seahawks, like, it's a similar scenario. You're buying low in the market in one and buying and selling high in the other. And so I like the underdogs in both of those games.
Okay, so this game I find to be interesting because Buffalo's 3-0, and they got a lot of buzz around them. And the Raiders, who got beat last week, but, they've won an impressive game, are at home, and they're a home dog. And I find that everybody is just too – I like Buffalo, but I feel like can I trust them as a road favorite yet?
No, absolutely not. And this is – look, I hate the Raiders. Their defense is dreadful. I'm not a fan of Derek Carr at all. I think their team generally is lacking personality, something you can hang on as a better when you're trying to sort of unpack these things. But the Bills, look, the way they came back against the Rams after giving up that huge lead was really impressive. And they're going to go on the road, but going on the road and being a road favorite is a really, really hard thing to do. And to me, like, it's the precedent will tell you got to take the home underdog in this spot. And so as much as I don't want to, it goes back to what we were just saying, like, go with your numbers, go with your values, understand, like, you're not betting on individual teams all the time. You're betting on what sort of the market is dictating to you. And right now it's dictating to me to bet on the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders. I felt that same way, too, and I kind of feel the same way you do. Like, do I really want to do that? Chad Millman is the Chief Content Officer, the Action Network. At Chad Millman, go to the Action Network, click on the NFL, go to the odds. You can see what odds are being placed at every app that you could have. Get the Action Network app and use that up and down and get all the information before we run. How about, okay, Chiefs -8, Patriots. Now, if Tom Brady's the quarterback of the Patriots, are they getting 8 points? Like, should you read something into why they're getting 8?
You should read into it that Tom Brady is no longer the quarterback of the Patriots. And also the fact that, look, the Chiefs, look what they did with the Ravens on the road last week. Look at what they did in coming back against the Chargers, which is probably more reflective of who they are than when they were losing to the Chargers. Obviously, they handled the Texans in week 1. So talking about a team that is far and away the most well-rounded class of the NFL with the best quarterback in the NFL, going against a team like you're betting on Bill Belichick, not betting on Cam Newton. And I'm personally not in a place yet where I've seen enough from Cam Newton that he's a guy I want to have money on late in the game. As a passer, he just isn't accurate enough. He just isn't consistent enough for me to think, okay, if they're losing by 14 points and they've got the ball with 3 minutes left, do I feel great that Cam Newton's going to consistently hit his open receivers? Not really. And that's sort of the scenario that I'm planning for. So for me, this one's a pass.
Chad Millman, we'll leave you with this. What is your favorite play of the weekend? Any sport, any game?
Oh, wow, that's a good one. I think to me, it's the Dolphins and the Seahawks. We talked a little bit about, but I love the Dolphins plus 6.5 in this spot. Flip side, right? If the Dolphins are playing against a really bad Seattle defense that is giving up 1,000 yards a game to every single quarterback who comes in, they're going to do it at home. They're going to have Ryan Fitzpatrick, who, unlike Cam Newton, I do have confidence in opening the back door wide open late in the game if they're down by 2 scores.
All right, there you go. Chad Millman, Action Network, at Chad Millman. Follow him there. Get all the content for this weekend's games. The NFL Sunday. Always a pleasure, Chad. We'll talk to you again.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
All right, Chad Millman, like all guests, appeared via the Boardwalk Honda Hotline.